All right, good afternoon. I'm joined here with Jenny Field here at Lexington Chiropractic, and we're gonna have a conversation based around natural health. And if you've been checking in and tuning in, we've been talking about lots of different concepts about what creates health in the body, lifestyle, the way we eat, the way we move, biohacking, nutrition, and I love all these concepts, and there's a lot of big concepts, and the more I've thought about it, there's another big concept in front of mind for me right now, and it is that natural lifestyle. Like, what does it mean to live naturally, live the way your body's designed to live and function? And I'm feeling like there's a push in our society right now for almost like synthetic health, like fake health, or a lot of push for medicine. And there's a time and place for medicine. I don't think I want to be the representative in our community that like anti-medication. That's not where I want to come from. But I do want to advocate for natural, healthy lifestyles, natural, healthy living. And Jenny and I, the conversation we've had, I think we have that similar mindset. Like, there's ways to build up health in our bodies. There's healthy lifestyles, and I think that's one of the things that we want to step into, is that advocate for our community and how we can promote health. So, what does it mean for you, like that idea? Like, when you hear natural health, what first comes to mind?
Obviously, like natural foods, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, things from the earth.
Okay.
Is what comes to mind for me with just natural, that natural aspect of it, and seeing what I can really get as far as nutrient-wise from those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So natural, organic's a big part of that, right?
It is, yeah. Organic is a big part of it. It's hard to find something that's truly organic.
Yeah, whole foods or something free of chemicals.
Right, yes,
And
yeah.
it is a challenge. I had someone that shared the concept, this idea of like a natural human is almost like an organic human. Someone that's trying to live free of dependency of prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, of synthetic materials in their health and in their body. And I think when I first think of natural too, food's the first thing that comes to mind. And then I started thinking about lifestyle, the way we move, the way we think, and then there's that holistic idea of how we look at the whole body and the environments we can put it into. There's something, I think, going through both of our backgrounds and what shifted us into the health field, there wasn't a built appreciation for our own experiences. So I wanted to start off, I'm going to share mine, kind of what was the spark that got me interested in how to live naturally, and then I'm going to have you share yours too, because I think they're similar but a little bit different experiences.
Yeah, that sounds
good. For me, I was early in my 20s, and I was first getting interested in taking care of my body. Started going to the gym, I was moving better, feeling pretty good, I was feeling healthy, I felt good. And then I started to lose weight, and I started to lose weight really quickly. And then I started to have a lot of bowel issues, discomfort, brain fog. It just felt like my whole body was crashing on me. And I didn't know what was going on. So honestly, I was kind of scared because I was in school learning about health, and all my symptoms, like, wow, I'm young, I shouldn't be experiencing this. I was thinking the worst case scenario. I thought for sure my body was just eating itself from the inside out, and I was on a fast track to die. Honestly, I was that scared. And I remember going to the doctor. They'd run the test, and no, we're not sure, it's negative. Nope, no, the test, no, it's negative. Here's the medication, this should help you feel better, kind of decrease the symptom. Still run another test, we're still not sure. Here's another medication, this can decrease some inflammation. So then I started like having all these multiple prescriptions. I was like, it doesn't feel right, but I guess I don't feel bad, so maybe I'm okay with this. And at that same time period, in my undergrad, I was in a patient communication class, about being a patient advocate, speaking up for your rights. And I remember in that same time period, I started shifting how I was eating. And in that time period of shifting how I was eating, my body naturally started to decrease inflammation. I started feeling better. And when I brought this to the doctor, I said, hey, when I eat this, I feel terrible. And when I don't eat that, I start to feel better. I think I might have this allergy. And I remember him saying, like, that can't be. We ran that test, and you don't have that allergy. So we're going to run this next test. It's going to be very expensive. Your insurance may not cover it. And in the meantime, here's another medication. And first, I was like so unheard. I was like, so am I on the wrong track? Am I like a crazy person to think that diet could matter? And then I also thought, I was like, I don't know that I agree with you, and I'm listening to my body. I think I'm ready to get another opinion. So I remember asking for all my records to be printed. My girlfriend, fiance at the time, was with me, And she's a little more bold than I am, but I remember being at that point, like, I'm going to step up to the plate and be like an advocate for myself right now. I want all my records printed. I'm going to go find another doctor. Quick story, went to the next doctor, told him my story. He's like, yep, makes total sense. I don't see any issue with you eating healthy. If you feel well, keep doing that. And remember, it just felt like I had permission. I had someone, an authority figure, tell me I wasn't crazy. Shifting my diet, allowing my body to reduce inflammation and improve its health was normal in a sense. And that's really what, it just propelled me into this avenue of how can I support my body to express health from the inside out. And it changed my coursework, it changed my, eventually turned into my profession. And it's gotten me to this point where there's not a lot of advocates for natural health, natural living. And yeah, my story has been like a fuel to me where, like I said, medicine can have a time and place. I did feel better. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like my stomach aches went away, the bloating went away, brain fog kind of cleared up. But when I think back on it, if I would have continued just covering those symptoms, I don't know how bad it could have got if my body continued to break down on the inside. So yeah, kind of that's my story. What got me into this like idea of natural health, natural living, and why I'm so passionate about it, and why I want to bring this to our community. It's been impactful to me, my family, and now I get to watch lives change every day, which is really awesome. What was yours, Jenny? Did it seem like a similar story or a little bit different in your experience?
Yeah, no, it is very similar in a lot of ways. And I love that you being a doctor and a chiropractor, but still implementing these natural things and natural ways of creating better health and for your body to heal itself is so powerful. And yes, you know, pharmaceutical medication is, you know, there's a time and a place for it, and it absolutely does work and help, but we can do so much on our own to create better health from the inside out. But yes, I have kind of a very similar story. It did take me a few longer years to really grasp that natural health aspect for me, just because I was diagnosed at such a young age with ulcerative colitis. So that's an autoimmune disease. At 16 years old, being diagnosed with that, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know what it's doing to your body. You're trusting the doctors. They're prescribing the anti-inflammatory medications for you. And it's eliminating those symptoms. And so you just go on with your life and think, okay, well, I'm going to live with this the rest of my life, and I'm going to be on prescription medication for the rest of my life. And so you just kind of accept it almost. And it wasn't until my mid-20s, 25 to 28, when I really started to say, I don't want to live like this forever. I don't want to continue to have to take medication 3 times a day just so that my symptoms don't come back. And that's when I really started to look into natural healing. And same thing, I started to kind of experiment with eliminating the inflammatory foods out of my diet. And then introducing, more whole foods into my diet, and those type of things. And then that's when I started to feel the changes come about even more significantly than just what the prescription medication was doing to my body. So that took a couple of years. It wasn't like it happened overnight. Right. Your body takes time to heal. What you create inside of it, what the environment puts inside of our bodies, just with all of the chemicals, pollutants, oxidative stress that builds inside of your body, we can't combat that overnight. So it took a couple years for my body to really make that full healing change. And then a few years ago, being introduced to activation inside of your body, natural activation, where your body naturally will upregulate things and then downregulate different pathways inside of the body. So using natural compounds to help that and affect that inside of your body is really what I think pushed me to really being that advocate for natural health, and that we can do so many things to naturally help our bodies heal themselves without having to lean towards those pharmaceuticals all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, and I think that that idea of natural health is a lifestyle. You learn it over time, and for me, it didn't happen overnight either. It's kind of a funny thing once I realized, oh man, these foods are inflammatory and I feel ill when I eat them. Young to mid-20s, I didn't know how to cook, so I remember eating like a dozen eggs a day.
Right.
I'm like, well, eggs are safe. I feel okay if I eat eggs. And then slowly I was like, oh, I know how to cook vegetables. Oh, I know how to make a salad.
Yes.
Oh, I know how to like change up my routine. But it doesn't happen overnight, and it is a process. Putting your body in the right environments, and a lot of that environment can be inside out. So like you said, activating with the supplements, nutrients.
Yep.
The nutraceuticals, like there's ways where we can really encourage our body, push it into health and wellness. And that idea of wanting to be that natural health advocate for me is giving you permission that it's not a crazy idea, it's not an easy idea, but it's really empowering. And I think empowering the individual, giving some responsibility, taking responsibility for your health, gives you more permission to do more and take those next steps. That's what I've found. Like the more healthy choices I make, the easier it is to make that next healthy choice.
It is.
And then I feel better, and then I can share that with the person next to me, and then it enlightens them. And then there's something about that service of helping the person next to me, helping my neighbor, helping a family member, kind of shift a paradigm of how our bodies are designed to function. And yeah, for me, that's kind of, I get to do it day in and day out, telling people how their bodies function. And then using social media and these different platforms, there are so many ways to create health within the body. And so Jen, I really appreciate you teaming up with me and sharing the information, definitely sharing your story. Our stories are so powerful, and they formed who we are and how we got to this point.
Right.
And kind of where the passion comes from, why we're going to share this information. And yeah, and there's people out there that are listening to this and they're going to be affected by this. And I'm excited for the impact this can continue to have into our community.
Absolutely.
Supporting that idea of natural health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Anything else you want to finish up with there? That idea, that advocate for our community?
I think I just want to add one thing is you were saying that it's hard to make that shift because our society is so fast-paced, grab and go, and you feel like you kind of have to follow the norm, right? And so it's hard to consciously make that decision of I'm going to do something better for my health today that could impact me long term. But when you do choose to make that choice, other people see that. Like you were saying, you know, like you maybe pass on something that wouldn't be as healthy for you or that would affect your body and make you feel ill. And then somebody's going to say, well, why did you do that? Right. And I think that's the cool thing that I have kind of seen just with my journey is that, you know, having people ask me like, well, you know, why do you choose not to eat cake? Or why do you choose not to eat gluten? Some of those things like that. And I can just, you know, give them my story, but, you know, it helps to build that relationship and it inspires other people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. We do want to inspire and elevate our community, elevating health and expression of life. When you have your health, you're able to do what you love, do it to your full extent, not being distracted by your body. Our bodies are amazing. They're designed to be healthy. Keep working on putting them in the right environments, from your external environment as well as your internal environment. Feed your body well, stay hydrated, get the rest you need. There's some essentials to living natural, and we'll keep highlighting these different topics as we have future conversations and building up health in our community.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, Dr. Shane.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.